Hey guys, this is my Module 9 reflection over assistive technology. Let's get started. So the first question was to describe the role of assistive technologies in the classroom. What past experiences have you had with assistive technologies? And out of the assistive technologies you looked at this week, which did you find most interesting and applicable for your teaching area? So I'm going to go ahead and read the definition of what assistive technology was for and kind of expand on that. So it says assistive technology can be defined as any piece of equipment or device that may be used by a person with a disability to perform specific tasks, improve functional capabilities, and become more independent. So pretty much from that, my idea of assistive technology is just anything that you can bring to your classroom to help your students become more independent as they try to pursue education and get farther along in education. So, what are some past experiences I've had with technologies like these? So I've had a couple experiences with this that have not dealt with a classroom, and those would just be like hearing aids, weighted forks and silverware, weighted plates, things like that. I worked in a nursing home when I was young, when I was like 15, and they had all those. They had the hearing aids so that they could hear me better, and then people who would shake, they had weighted silverware so that if they're eating soup or something, it wasn't as bad when they were trying to eat. In our school, the things I've seen are wheelchairs and motorized wheelchairs. We have a girl who was born not able to use her legs, so she's in a wheelchair, and it's like a powered one, and it just helps her get around class and she gets to the lunchroom, and she'll get out of her chair and sit in the row like everybody else. So it's cool how that's assisted her to become more comfortable with the other students and more able to do all the activities. The one that was most interesting to me and honestly most applicable, just because I've seen it, is the handwriting ones. So in our classroom, we have a kid who had awful handwriting, like you couldn't even read it, and we got him a pencil grip, and it's a weird pencil grip, and it just helps him know how to hold the pencil. And now he has perfect handwriting. He doesn't have to use the pencil grip anymore. He's just using a regular pencil, and it's cool how that was able to make him more independent. So the second question that I'm going to talk about is describe 3 of the 6 applications of assistive technology. Give an example of each that is not referenced in the article. So the 3 I'm going to talk about are existence, physical education, and communication. Existence, weighted silverware. That's super helpful for the elderly people who shake, and that could even be with kids who shake. Or just weighted silverware, weighted plates, weighted cups, just things like that help with that to make it more sturdy. Physical education, the pencil grips. The pencil grips was huge eye opener just to see how much it improved his handwriting skills. And then communication is personal amplifiers, and this was pretty much like a walkie-talkie. They could put in their headphone and they can point the little microphone at what's making the sound, and it will help them be able to understand what they're saying. And then the final question is find one additional assistive technology that was not listed in the module and provide an overview of what it is, how it works, and where you found it. So I was looking on the internet and I found a pretty interesting one. It's called Joust 3, and it's a system where children are able to use like a computer or technology without their hands or any of their like the hands or their feet but they're able to use this just simply with their mouse. They can control a whole computer by simply sipping and puffing. So they will get around the computer and they'll sip and puff, and it will help them move. And then they said that this is fast enough and it's so accurate that the kids can draw with this, and they can even play computer games. So it's just cool how that is able to help these students learn, and you can use that in education. And it obviously stands out, sip and puff system, but it helps the kid learn and be able to function and to use these types of technologies that all these other kids are being able to use and play these games and draw pictures on the computer screen. So I just thought that was a super interesting and helpful assistive technology. But yeah, that's my Module 9 reflection. Thank you for listening.